Good morning, everyone. Today is the 20th of August, 2025. I do not believe that Jesus Christ is unfeeling or uncaring. I don't believe that Jesus Christ is unfeeling or uncaring. Anyone that would lay his life down for another has great feelings and great love demonstrated for his people. Sometimes we don't understand how much God really does care about what we're going through. God created us as emotional creatures, as emotional beings. We have feelings, we have sorrow, we have frustration, we have pain, we struggle with sin. If I didn't believe that God was a caring and loving and feeling person, I would be of all men most miserable. We're told in Matthew 11:28, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." You know, I think that there's a great need for us to see the tremendous love that God has for his people. He says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto you, and my burden is light." Jesus Christ is not an unfeeling, unloving person. He's not just a left-brain, logical, calculated individual that is feelingless. No. Do I need to remind you that Jesus wept? And he wept because he saw his friends in deep sorrow over the loss of their brother. And he had kindred spirits with them. He saw their pain and their anguish of soul. He saw they were cast down. And he wept. John chapter 11, verse 35, Jesus wept. Then said the Jews, "Behold how he loved him. Behold how he loved him." I recently commented to a person that if I didn't believe that Jesus was caring and loving to this wayward soul, I would have no comfort. I would have no place to flee. Jesus Christ had emotions. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he wept, as it were, great drops of blood, and said, Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. Have you ever prayed that prayer? I know I have. Jesus Christ is not without feelings. He's not without caring. We're told that he is touched with the feelings of our infirmities. He's touched with the feelings of our infirmities. You know, do we really believe that? Do we really believe that Jesus cares? Hebrews 4:15, we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted as we are, yet without sin. Romans 8:26, likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. Have you ever in a situation where you've seen someone else suffering and you wanted to help them so much, but you didn't know how to help them? I've had those feelings with my son at times when he's struggling with his mind. It's a great, great sorrow to see someone else suffering. And when we see someone else suffering, Romans 15:1, we then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak and not to please ourselves. When you see someone else suffering, do you suffer? When you see someone else suffer, do you try to reach out to others? You know, I think that Christ is the greatest example. Isaiah 53:5, he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. You know, if I didn't believe that Jesus Christ was a feeling person, and he had regards for our infirmities and our sorrows and our losses and our pain, I wouldn't know where to go. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 33:20, our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. Yes, everything has been accomplished. God has decreed all things have come into fruition. But God has also decreed that he is touched with the feelings of our infirmities. And we can go to him in times of sorrow and emotional pain. You know, I think there's some people that have the idea that God is without feeling. He's without emotion. He is without regard for what we're going through. But that is the furthest thing from what I find in Scripture. He showed his emotions and his feelings with Lazarus and Mary and Martha. He showed his emotions with Peter when he said to Peter, "Lovest thou me?" He showed his emotions when he cried out to his disciples, "Come and dine. Come and dine, the Master calleth, come and dine." We will feast at Jesus' table all the time. He fed the multitude. He turned the water into wine. The hungry calleth now, come and dine. Well, I'm glad he called me to come and dine with him. In the midst of my sorrow and sin and pain and struggle and strife, Jesus Christ says, "Come and dine." May the good Lord be with you today in a special way. And if you're going through sorrow and pain, cry out to him. And it says he will never leave us or forsake us. Underneath us are the everlasting arms of God. God bless.